podcast where we, not experts, discuss our ideas and place them into piles, such as the good ideas pile, the bad ideas pile, and the ideas pile. Now introducing us, we've got Kate. How you doing today?
Wait, am I introducing us, or are you just
No, I'm
introducing
saying
me?
hey. I'm saying hey, Kate.
Hi.
How are you?
Hot. It's
Good.
Hot. It's hot.
It's hot here today.
It's hot. There's no air conditioning, so it's hot.
Oh, yeah. Hello, June.
Yeah.
And then there's Alex. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, just thinking about happy little trees.
Huh.
Gotta
Okay, thank you. And then there's me, Ajax. And my day was well. I got to hold a baby today. Which segue, today we are discussing our ideas on gender reveals.
Boo, 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 boo.
Wah, 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 wah.
Meow.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That's nice.
So,
Yay.
Kate, please let us know what your ideas are for today.
Thank you, Ajax, for that warm reception. Gender reveal parties. I haven't been to many, so I had a little bit of a hard time with this topic. So I just went with things that I kind of figured I would want for a gender reveal party. So my first idea, not to burn down forests or like destroy things or create property damage, I thought a nice little gender reveal thing might be a music reveal. So the couple who's having the child doesn't know the gender of the child. Everybody comes together at a designated time at the party, and the one person who knows the gender plays a song, and that song would then reveal the gender. So, for example, if it was a boy, you could play 99 Problems, because a bitch ain't one. Or if it's a girl, you can do Who Run the World? Squirrels. They run this mother. So that's my first idea, like a music reveal. My second idea is for parents who are having a child, want to do a gender reveal, but also want to get a pet. And the gender reveal would be based on the gender of the pet that they got. So they would be given a pet, and they can pick the pet. They just can't know the gender.
You're just giving a pet.
And they just given a
Here's
pet.
your pet.
So it's like a puppy, and then they can look at the puppy's genitalia and be like, oh, we're having a girl, or oh, we're having a boy. You know, it's a little bit harder with like fish or cats. Or maybe you could do something like they pick out a pet, and then the pet delivers the like it's a boy or it's a girl thing, or it's a baby if they don't want to know the gender but want to have an excuse for a party. So that's idea number 2.
The pet.
The pet reveal. Idea number 3. Now, those that know me know that I wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, I have a hard time with being violent towards things, like living things. However, if you also know me, you know I'm super aggressive. And for my gender reveal party, I want to be able to release some of that aggression, especially if I had like expectations of a certain gender and that doesn't happen, then I can appropriately be frustrated and display my frustration in an appropriate manner. So in order to have that outlet, I would like my gender reveal party to be based with a piñata. You can just fill the piñata, either pink candies or blue candies, or a bunch of vaginas or a bunch of penises. Either way, I get to hit something with a baseball bat.
They do make penis candy.
Yeah. And yeah, you can probably get vagina candy too. They have molds for that. So fill up the piñata with penises or vaginas, and then take a baseball bat to it. And that's how you'll reveal the gender of your soon-to-be child. So that's idea number 3. Idea number 4 is kind of a little bit more fancy. Instead of like a wild party, you're at a nice small intimate dinner and you want to find out the gender of your child. I thought maybe like a nice crab dinner where it's the full crab. And then the thing is, you're either served all male crabs or all female crabs. And then that's how you know what the gender of your child's going to be. So you get served your crabs, you pick one up, you flip it over, and then you look at the underbelly of that crab, and then you'll know I'm having a boy or having a girl. That's idea number 4, a little less violent. And as long as you're not allergic to shellfish, you should be fine.
Or a vegetarian.
Or vegetarian. Or if you just don't like seafood. My last idea has to deal with one of my favorite things. And that's fire. And I know at the top of this, I said I wanted to stay away from like destroying property or starting forest fires. I just want to have a nice normal size fire, nothing too crazy. And then they make these little special packets of chemicals and they call it Mystic Fire. And if you ever seen that, you just throw it in the fire and then all of a sudden your fire turns all these different colors and it's really neat and fun. So I thought, well, why not have a gender reveal kind of Mystic Fire where you throw it in and if it turns pink, you know you're having a girl. If it turns blue, you know you're having a boy. So yeah, those were all of my ideas for gender reveal parties.
Thanks, Kate.
No, thank you. Alex, why don't you sink your teeth into this first?
Jesus Christ, are you really serious on that one? You really want me to go first?
Yes.
Because we've got a lot to unpack here.
Really? I didn't think there was that much.
Oh, yes, there was. Oh, there was, it was a real onion of selection and ideas. And there's a lot of layers.
I can't wait.
Terrible, rotten layers.
Yum, yum, yum.
So let's start with, your first one. Using music to reveal the gender. And this one is going straight in the bad ideas pile. Not because of the music part, because of your selection of music. Because none of the songs involve Journey. And if Journey's not involved, I want no part of it. That baby doesn't exist to me.
The thing is, those were just examples, but you bring up a good point because you can also do a name reveal then. So if you have names picked out already, and if you name the child, like if you're like, okay, I know if it's a girl, I want to name it Sherry, then you can play, oh, Sherry, I love.
No. I would go, Sherry.
That's not Journey.
Baby. I don't care. It's Sherry Baby.
But yeah, so you can also do like a name reveal too.
Nope. All I know is that you picked the wrong songs, and that's why it goes in the bad ideas pile. Enough said. Sorry, you had a shot and you blew it. And now on to your second idea of your pet gender reveal. I mean, if the first one ended up in the bad ideas pile, this one is too. All I can imagine is going, all right, we got another responsibility that we need to take care of, that we have another one on the way. And here, lift it up and just pull its legs apart so everyone can see the gender, because that's going to be our child. No one wants that. No one wants that at all. People are just going to
my God. My mind just exploded. If you got a cat, you could do the Simba thing.
With the genitals?
No, you can't go look at this animal's genitals. Now no.
Yes.
No.
That's the best way to reveal the genitals.
There's no beastie.
There's no
beastie.
beastie. It's revealing the gender.
No. Unless it's a mantid that you're dealing with. No. So yeah, that goes straight in the bad ideas pile. No Lion King references are gonna save this one. All right, now on to your third idea of the piñata. Now, originally, I was going to put this one straight in the good ideas pile. Like, I thought it was a great idea until I found out, until you added the little tiny, like, penis and vagina candies or whatever. So I had to downgrade it to idea going towards good, because I still like the pinata idea. But all I can imagine is you're having, like, if there's adults, kids around, which is not unusual for gender reveal parties, all of a sudden, there's a kid smacks into the pinata and tiny vaginas and penises come raining down him, and he's scarred for life.
Okay,
He's
one,
scarred.
the kid's not hitting the pinata.
God.
I'm hitting the
No,
pinata.
if you're having a pinata and I'm not getting a chance to hit this pinata,
Two,
I want none of this party. This is bullshit.
two, it's a gender reveal party. I hate that we don't reveal the genitalia. Show me the genitals.
No.
The genitals.
No showing of genitals. No one showing. That's what gets you.
Genitalia.
That's what gets you arrested.
Well, not real genitalia, like little
Yeah,
penis
you're still
candies,
getting
or
arrested
vagina
when
candies.
there's children where there's flying vaginas and penises, even if they're not hitting.
Why are the children there?
Because it's a
I don't want
party. It's gender
kids
reveal.
there.
It should. There's no reason for there not to be children.
I
'cause
want to
it's
hit
a
the
happy
shit out
event
of
with kids
things
around.
and not have to worry about kids. This is why I'm not having kids.
Yeah, obviously, because you're gonna have a party with a bunch of kids and just with penises and vaginas flying everywhere.
It's
Once you
look,
hit into a paper mache donkey
there is
or
nothing
something,
wrong
or
inherently with
cat or some
penises.
Simba thing.
Wait, this is a good point. There is nothing inherently wrong with penises or vagina. When you sexualize them, yes, that's a problem. But it's like an elbow. It's like, a nose. It's a body part. So by putting all this like, ooh, no, we don't talk about penises, or no, we don't talk about vaginas, it just makes it more of a naughty thing for kids to like, oh no, I'm ashamed of these things that I have because we're not supposed to talk about these things. So let's normalize our genitals.
Okay.
Damn it.
I would actually like say you have a point there until your previous idea that was about showing the genitals of an animal to a crowd of people to designate that what gender the kids are. So you have lost all credibility in that regard.
Once again, why is it bad to show the gender of an animal? Why are you sexualizing animals' genitalia?
You're the one being weird. You're the one holding up
I'm not the
and
one
showing
who's
off.
sexualizing animals' genitalia. Just saying, hey, this is a dog that happens to be male. Look, he has a penis. That's how I know he's male.
No, you're just a sick, twisted individual, and that's why you're not
sick and twisted.
Because you're a sick and twisted individual. You're disgusting.
That's besides the point. That has nothing to do with my. That has nothing to do with the idea.
Individual.
I'm sick and twisted for different reasons, not for holding up animals and being like, it's a dog and it's a boy. Look, he has a penis.
Yes. Anyway, on to your fourth idea of the crab dinner. This one's going straight in the good ideas pile because I don't give a shit about the kid anymore because it's a free crab dinner. And if there's a free crab dinner, I'm on board. You don't even have to tell me what's going on or why it's going to be there. But if I'm getting a full crab for free, how is that a bad thing? So good idea on that one. All right, on to your last idea of your mystic fire. This one's going to go, and the idea is going towards bad for the exact reason you did at the very start of your talk. It's a hazard. It's a safety hazard. How many gender reveal parties in the last 5 years have we heard about going wrong and someone getting hurt or starting a massive forest fire?
I did say a small fire. I didn't say a bonfire.
You said, you insinuated.
I did not.
I read between the lines.
I specifically said at the top of that idea, even though I said poo-poo on property damages and fire destruction, I would want a nice sized fire, no explosions. And then I throw little packets in it, and it makes the fire turn a different color. I'm not throwing in flammable chemicals that will, explode and shoot sparkles everywhere.
I was in for the sparkles.
Yeah.
I lost you at sparkles, I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the problem here. We all know that if you're doing this, you're going to go big or go home. And if you're not going big or go home, then you're doing it wrong.
That's
and thus,
not true.
That's why it's doing it wrong, because it's going big.
True.
And thus, when you go home, there's a fire behind you.
I've had normal sized fires before. Small, intimate fires that I haven't
with
burn
crabs.
a box spring with or anything crazy. I've had non-crazy fires.
There's my pilings.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
That was the best thank you ever heard. All right, so now it's time for my pilings for Kate's ideas. So for number 1, your music reveal idea. I'm going to put this idea as leaning towards bad, and also because the songs that were chosen too. I would probably be listening to 99 Problems, and I'd be like, I wouldn't get it. I would be like,
They were
what?
examples.
Nope,
Examples.
nope.
You could put any other Girl at the Rock Show. Annie, Are You Okay? I don't know. Any boy girl song.
But then I would expect that the baby be named Annie. If it was going to be named Annie, like it better be Annie.
It could be Annie.
Well, here's the other question with that, the confusion. Annie, are you okay? But then it's typically sung by a male musician.
It's
So
Michael
Doesn't
Jackson.
matter.
or
the
Alien
song
Ant
is
Farm.
about a girl.
This takes another level of listening to the song.
You're making
which,
it more
if
complicated
I'm
than it
drunk
has to
already,
be.
I won't really know what the song is saying, and I
Yeah.
probably won't care.
Why are
And
you
then
so drunk already?
Because it's a party.
Yeah, but
And
we're
there's-
celebrating after the reveal.
I didn't get the agenda to this party.
Anyway, you guys are making this more complicated than it is.
Nope. It's as complicated as it needs to be.
I didn't give it
disagree.
straight bad ideas. I gave it ideas leaning towards bad.
I know, but based off of the song choices, which were examples, like you can choose whatever song you want for a boy or a girl.
It's true.
It is.
Have you attended this podcast before?
Me?
Yeah.
Out of all of us here, I think I've attended this podcast the most.
Okay, so for your second idea, the pet Simba genitalia reveal, I'm definitely putting this one in the ideas leaning towards bad. I mean, it would be cute if the pet would be able to bring bring the color of something, but the thing is, I don't know if I'd want the pet that somebody be bringing. Like they could be just bringing a random pet that I didn't pick out and get to know beforehand. And then I have to look at their genitals to figure out what the gender of the baby is too. So there's a lot to unpack in there. And I feel like having a baby is already a stressful moment too, because you're like, you don't know what's going to happen. Then you have this rando pet there too. That's now yours. I went directly into the bad ideas pile for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I like pets, don't get me wrong, but I just don't want a random pet. I want to choose my pet and know about it before I show its genitals to everybody. Plus, I would want to ask its consent. I'd ask the pet's consent first.
Yeah.
I'd ask it to show its genitals to everybody.
If it's okay.
Yeah. I just didn't want to bank on it. So for your third idea, for the piñata with penis and vagina candy, that was automatic good ideas pile because who doesn't want penis and vagina candy? Jeez. Plus, you know exactly what gender it is because it's either got penises or vaginas. You know right there. I like it.
Thank you.
For with the intimate dinner of crabs, I'm agreeing with Alex. If we're getting a crab dinner, yes, I like crabs. I'm going to put it ideas lean towards good because I don't know if I know how to tell the difference. Like, I don't know what gender my crab is. I'm never genderized a crab before.
You haven't lived until you've genderized a crab.
We might need a chart, some sort of key to be like, this is what a boy crab looks like. This is what a girl crab looks like.
Yeah, it would literally be 2 pictures.
That's what I need. I would need that.
And it's on the belly, and the pokey one, I believe, is the male, and then the non-pokey one is the female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, that's good information to know. So if I have that information, it's definitely a good idea. And then for your fifth idea of the mystic fire reveal, yeah, that's a good idea. I like fire.
Yeah.
And if it had sparkles, it'd be in like the extra good idea pile, but it didn't have sparkles. So
I don't know how to do sparkles safely.
Those are my pilings.
Thanks, Ajax.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, I guess it's my turn. Tell you about my amazing, wonderful, very good ideas. And for the first one is something everybody loves and no one can ever say no to, ever. And that's pizza. Because if you're going to have a party, you might as well have a pizza party. But the big reveal comes when the pizzas show up. Because what's going to happen at the start of the party, after everyone gets there, is all the pizzas are going to be lined up. And then, each member of the family is going to open up and reveal to the crowd if there's like a B made of sausage, or if there's like a G made of peppers, because why not? Or mushrooms, who knows? There's not exactly a lot of things to use. But again, very clear, very precise, and they're goddamn freaking pizza. And everybody likes pizza. So that's my first idea. For my second idea, it's kind of similar to the Mystic Fire, but without fire. So what I was thinking of is that you would have an outdoor gathering, and then someone with either a muscle car or a motorcycle would have equipped on their back tire special tires that when they do a burnout smoke, after a little bit, it changed the smoke color of the tire is either blue for boy or pink for girl. And then you have some drag racing, because drag racing is cool, I guess. I don't know. Why not? If you got a big muscle car, you might as well race it. I assume everyone's into that with these things, if they're doing this option. On to my third idea is actually where no one ever knows the gender, because there's no reason to even find out. Because all you got to do is give a little call to Miss Cleo. And if everybody who may or may not know who Miss Cleo is, she was the primary or the main psychic hotline of the 1990s into the early 2000s. If anyone ever had a question or needed an answer about what's going to happen next in their life, you call Miss Cleo, and she'd always give you the answer in her sassy Jamaican voice. So you don't need a gender reveal. You don't even need to go to the doctor. All you do is call Miss Cleo, because she's 100% of the time, 50% of the time, she's going to get that answer right.
Percentage. That's all you need.
Exactly. And it's only $1 for the first 3 minutes. And then $19.99 every minute after that. For my fourth idea, there's one thing no one ever can say no to, and that's Batman. No one ever says no to Batman, because Batman is the greatest detective out there. Now, how do you get Batman involved in your gender reveal parties? You get the Batman spotlight. You put it on the top of a building next to where you're having your party. And then in the middle of the night, when there's clouds out, you shine a light on in the sky with either a G or a B or, something designating the gender itself. And then everyone has a great time. And by the end of the party, someone comes in and murders their dad of the child, so that he has a good backstory so that he can become Batman. Because you got to have an origin story of some description if you're going to be Batman. And, it involves having a parent murdered and then getting raised by the butler. So that's idea number 4. And then for my last idea, just like anything, the gender reveal is really it's a preview. It's a teaser. You could wait until the baby's born, but, there's no fun in that. Now, what I'm proposing is having the gender reveal be something that also can help benefit the child with, like, starting a college fund. But in order to do that, you have to have a way for the gender reveal to also be something that people would pay for. If they want to help contribute to the child's college fund or contribute to that, the health of the child. So why not use the system that so many musicians out there use and create an OnlyFans page, so you can have your gender reveal video behind like $5 paywall. That way you pay the $5, it goes towards an account that the child is set up for the child so they can have a college fund. And then you find out the gender. And if you don't want to pay, that's okay. You just wait until the child's born. No big deal. It's all voluntary. And those are my 5 ideas.
Thanks, Alex.
No, thank you for
Alex.
listening.
Ajax, why don't you break down Alex's ideas first?
All right, so Alex, for your first idea of the pizza party. I love pizza. I think pizza is delicious. I mean, if you said pepperoni first, I would have been through the roof on that one. So I'll deal with sausage and peppers. My only concern is if you order out and you order the pizza from a pizzeria and it's traveling, and then if it's jostled at all, your toppings can shift. So when you finally open it, it might be illegible,
Mhm,
or it might be spelled wrong. So nobody really knows then what the gender of the baby is, which, I mean, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You don't know. Maybe like you wanted to know what the baby's gender was, but then you didn't find out in the long run. So since I like pizza, I'm just going to put this in the ideas leaning towards good. There might be some hiccups in processing along the way. So there might be some little snafus, but you know what? If you make the pizza yourself, then you can be the utmost careful about your lettering. So that's what was my piling for that one, was ideas leaning towards good. Your second idea of an outdoor gathering with a burnout and the smoke around after that, I think that's quite interesting. You have to be at the right time and place for that. I know people that would like that kind of stuff, and also who do that type of driving. I live with somebody who likes to do that type of driving, so
there you go.
I feel like it's a doable project. So yeah, I'll put it in the good idea pile just because it's kind of doable. For your third idea of Miss Cleo, I have to put this in the good ideas pile.
Yes.
Because I also had my idea is very, very similar to your idea for this one. So I have to put this in the good ideas pile. For your fourth idea of Batman, okay.
The Batman spotlight specifically.
The Batman spotlight. There's too many logistics for this one for me to put it into the good ideas pile. There's a lot of logistical issues. You need a cloudy night.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have the right spelling on your bat spotlight. You need Batman, or at least a Batman costume. No Batman. You need.
This is the prequel. This is before Batman. This is the origin story.
Oh, well then this is definitely going into the ideas leaning towards bad because you didn't mention Robin.
Well, Robin wouldn't be there yet.
I don't care. Robin's my favorite character in Batman, and I would need some Robins in this house here. So yeah, ideas leaning towards bad because there's no Robin, who is the coolest.
Well, Robin wasn't in the newest trilogy anyways, technically.
Gordon-Levitt.
He wasn't in the Robin costume, so that he was not the sidekick.
I don't care. In my mind, he was Robin. So
he should have been, but he wasn't.
And I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt too. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if you ever want to come on to Ideas All Day podcast, we would love to have you here. Yes. So ideas leaning towards bad because there's no Robin. And for your last idea, I have a quick question. Why did you choose OnlyFans over Patreon?
Because Patreon is a monthly service where OnlyFans you can buy it once and you're done. I assume, right? Is that how it works? I
have no idea. I've never used it.
I honestly thought that was like you buy it once and you're done. Because that's what I was thinking is like you just buy the video and you're done. I mean, if there is a subscription one, maybe that's better. But with Patreon, you're setting up a subscription, you're paying every month. So you're going to be contributing all the time. And maybe that's a good idea for the child.
Or you can just set up a Venmo account and then send people the link once they Venmo you the money.
Nah, come on. That's too easy. Then they could still find it somehow, or they move it around or something. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to put this in the ideas pile until we find the correct platform.
Fair enough.
All right. And those are my pilings.
I can deal with that.
Thank you for your ideas.
You're welcome for your pilings.
I guess that means it's my turn. Alex, for your first idea, pizza. Pizza is going in the ideas pile. It's not a bad idea. It's not a great idea. But like if you're wanting to do a gender reveal party and you're hard on cash, this would be an affordable way to do it and have the same excitement and experience of a more expensive crab dinner. So yeah, it's an idea.
You gave no bad things at all. You just hate pizza. Is that
I
what
don't.
it is?
I don't hate
pizza. Is it
pizza.
you just hate pizza?
Pizza's pizza.
That you? No. It's like I feel like you're just hating on pizza. I think all of our pizza loving fans out there need to realize that you just hate pizza.
I think Kate loves pizza. I just think that, I think it's closer to a spite piling than a pizza piling.
No, it's an idea. Like I'm not in love with the idea. It's nothing like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to a gender reveal party and there's going to be pizza. It's like, it's an idea. Like I said, it's a really good idea for those who are strapped on cash. Pizza's a lot cheaper than, your next idea, which is a tire burnout. This is going to the ideas pile leaning towards bad. And the reason that it's leaning towards bad is, as a person who has hit several potholes and has had to get tires several times, tires are not cheap.
No.
Tires are expensive. So I can't imagine buying a specialized tire for a one-time use just to do a gender reveal.
I will say you don't need to buy a new tire. You can buy a used tire that's already about to burn out. So I don't think it's going to take too much time to burn that out.
How Alex explained it, it was a specialized tire that as you burned out, it changed the color.
I missed that part.
So that's why it's in the ideas pile, leaning towards bad. Because I like the idea of like, oh, it's an alternative way of doing things. I like this better than the exhaust pipe. I don't know if anyone's seen the exhaust pipe gender reveal where they shove like a powder cartridge into the exhaust and then the person revs their engine and then a plume of smoke comes out. The problem is it catches on fire and is very dangerous. So I like the tire burnout a lot better than that. But to buy a tire, especially for a one-time use, to me, like it kills my frugal sense of being. So that's why it's going in the ideas leaning towards bad. If it were me, that tire would stay on the car and I would have a trail of either pink or blue rubber wherever I went.
I wonder how you make a tire that does that.
I don't know.
All I was thinking is you have like a normal tire, you put a substance on the outside and then you paint that black so that when you put it on when you get there, so that it's immediately going off the stuff that's going off right away.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Then it's going in the ideas pile.
Yeah, because to like you said, to do a whole thing, you have to build it into the tire, put the treads on there too, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We're into no work here.
Yeah,
less work.
No, we got time for that. Your next idea, call Miss Cleo. This might have gone in the good ideas pile, but unfortunately, Miss Cleo had died back in 2016.
Yeah, she did.
So
very unfortunate.
I am not going to call a dead person to ask what the gender of my baby is.
She's going to know more than now and than ever.
Agreed.
No, I don't want that kind of, I'm not inviting those spirits into my world.
Not with the Ouija board?
No. So bad idea for Miss Cleo. Good idea for just like a regular psychic. That would be fun. And then see if they're right or not.
Miss Cleo or bust.
Idea number 4, Batman Spotlight. The only way this is going in the good ideas pile is if the spotlight displays a penis or a vagina.
No, we're not doing that and showing it.
It's a bad idea.
No.
It's going in the bad ideas pile. And then on top of that bad idea, the idea of then having the father murdered after the person is discovered to be the next Batman. I have problems with this. Batman has to witness his father's murder in order to go on to
that video?
No, he's got to be there and absorb that his father was murdered at the cold, callous hands of some event planner who does gender reveal parties. Like, that's how it has to be. So because of that, because it's not displaying a penis or vagina, bad idea pile.
And somebody has to go to jail for this one. Like, there's going to be documentation for that.
Yeah.
You have to take one for the team.
Yeah, no. Bad idea. Last but not least, OnlyFans gender reveal. I like the idea of fundraising. Like, I like that part of it. But to put it on an OnlyFans page is kind of unsettling.
Why? I mean, it's a musician's website. First, I guess I don't understand why that's an issue.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I have a solution. So instead of doing, hey, you can only know the gender if you pay me $5 to get the gender reveal information, why not do a betting pool? And people can either bet on if it's a girl or a boy, the weight, the height, and then part of that goes to the baby's college fund. The other part goes to the winner.
So 2 things wrong with that right there. Number 1, that's not even close to my idea, so it's wrong. And number 2, gambling is wrong. And to gamble with the gender of your unborn child seems even worse. So you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
For one,
I love those pools. Are you kidding me? They're like my favorite things.
No, your gambling is wrong. It's
touch the pregnant woman's belly and you're like,
no touching.
you're definitely due in October. I'm
First, you
sensing
wanna-
a male energy here, and he's looking a little big. So I'm going to say he's 10 pounds. We're going to have a bowling ball of a child.
No,
It's exciting.
no.
Mm.
You don't want to. You're trying to not help this child go to college,
I am.
and all you want is just to gamble on
Yep.
this child's just
Yep.
life, essentially.
No, on the gender, size, and weight.
Yeah, which is a
And due
component of
date.
its life.
Yeah.
And that is wrong. And it's also not my idea. So it can't be a part of this or an adjustment. It's either some form of pay to see video on some form of service, even though you've got something weird against OnlyFans. I don't know why you hate musicians, considering you used to be in a band. I don't understand it. But nonetheless, you're trying to change the idea to something wholly different than what it was.
Exactly.
And it's into something
to make
worse.
it better.
To make it worse. If I am not letting my child's gender,
so those are my
around
pilings.
in something that
Thanks,
is
Alex.
terrible.
For your
No,
ideas.
I'm not done yet.
Wait,
You're
hold on.
so done.
Okay.
now.
All right.
Thank you, Alex, for your ideas.
Thank you, Alex.
Whatever.
Last but not least, Ajax, would you please enlighten us with your gender reveal ideas?
Gladly. For my first idea, I would like to send out in the invitation to all the guests at the gender reveal party the gender of the baby. But the people that are having the baby don't know. So everybody knows going into the party, and then the gender will be revealed at the party. So this idea is not necessarily like how it's going to be, like if this is a boy or a girl, but it's like who knows about it. So people, the crowds, the invitees will know about it, but the parents won't know about it. So then when everybody goes to the party, it'll be interesting to see if people give it away prior to, or if they will, I don't know, hold the secret until the end, and then they get to see everybody, they get to see the reactions of the parents. So it's almost like a little bit of drama in there too. So you like a little bit of something. So my second idea was the psychic baby reveal. I wanted a psychic to come and reveal the gender, and then we'll figure it out if it was true in the end when the baby pops out. So that was my second idea, very close to Miss Cleo. Rest in peace, Miss Cleo. My third idea is a gender reveal party after the baby's born. Maybe whenever the child wants, actually, because nowadays it doesn't matter what gender you are, what you look like, and the child can choose whenever they want. It's their choice. They can choose their own gender, and then that's the party. And if they don't feel like telling anybody, they don't have to have a party. So it's pretty much just skipping the reveal part. If the parents want to have a baby shower, by all means, do that. But I think the kid can choose the gender. And then for my last idea, since there has been a few mishaps with some past parties, like fires, big fires, I was thinking maybe laser light show to eventually show the gender. So it could be either the colors, pink or blue, or it can spell different words. With lasers, you can program to do anything. It can be a cool artistic show. And then it doesn't have to be 45 minutes long. It can be really, really short, or just be a part of the party. I don't know why I said 45 minutes long, but if you want to have a 45-minute long laser light show, you know what? It's your party. You can light it up if you want to. Those are my ideas.
Thanks, Ajax. I'm going to pile you first.
That's what she said.
It is what
she said, because she just said it.
I did just say it.
Accurate.
Invites with the gender so everybody knows but the parents. That was your first idea.
Yep.
I'm going to put this in the ideas pile leaning towards bad. And the reason that it's leaning towards bad is I would have a very, very, very difficult time not accidentally revealing the gender to the parents.
Yep.
Like it would cause me distress when interacting with the parents. And like if that parent is a sibling or a close friend of mine, I don't know how I would prevent myself from slipping and telling the person about their kid's gender.
I love that. That's great.
I don't like that. So ideas towards bad. Idea number 2, psychic reveal. Yeah, good ideas pile. As long as you use a psychic that's alive and not currently deceased. Rest in peace, Miss Cleo. Idea number 3, post baby gender reveal party. Yeah, I'll put this in the ideas pile. I feel like any reason to have a party is usually a good idea, a good reason to have a party. So if your kid grows up and they want to identify as whatever they want to identify, you should always celebrate your kids and support them, especially if it's something that's important to them. So yeah, ideas, I'll say leaning towards good.
Oh, yeah.
I can see this getting a little complicated. Like, I grew up with a bunch of boys, so maybe at 7 I would be like, yeah, I'm one of the boys, let's have a party. And then
I would have
next
done the
week,
same thing at 7.
be like, oh, I'm a girl again, let's have a party. And then, oops, can I get a puppy to reveal my gender? Like, but like I said, any reason to have a party, pretty much a good reason for a party. There's a lot of exceptions to that rule, I just realized. Yeah, ideas leaning towards good. And number 4, laser light show. I'm going to put this in the ideas pile, leaning towards bad. And the only reason I'm leaning it towards bad is I could see, like, you have your laser light show and then you accidentally take down a plane or a helicopter or a UFO.
How high do you think these lasers are going? I was thinking, like, in an enclosed area so you can see the whole light show. I wasn't thinking, like,
I thought you were talking about like an outdoor light show.
No, I was just thinking, like, we've got like a stage-ish type of area so you can see the patterns that are revealed. So it's more like, there could be music along with it.
I thought it was outside.
There could be snacks there.
Okay.
But lights to look at and comment on.
All right, ideas leaning towards good then. If it's indoor. And I was thinking another way to do this, but without lasers and outside, is doing a fountain light show. And you can have music as long as it's not 45 minutes long. But yeah.
Accurate. I'm totally with you on that one.
Ideas leaning towards good. And those are my pilings.
Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome.
Alex, please pile my ideas.
You got it. For your first idea, basically revealing the gender to the parent, or not to the parents, but everybody else. I'm going to put this in the ideas going towards bad, because if I'm going to a gender reveal party and I already know the gender, there better be something else there to get me for the party, because I'm already not interested. I'm like, oh, I got what I came for and I'm out.
Pizza.
So,
I've had pizza there.
Yeah, pizza.
Well, then obviously, yes, I would show up.
I mean, there's gonna be food there. I mean, it's a party.
Yeah, but
you got that food.
There's crappy food out there too. Where if it's a crab dinner, pizza, maybe a nice steak or something, I'm on board. But if they're just doing the usual, oh, here's some sausage and pepper and some baked ziti. Oh, we got some roast chicken. No, I'm not going for that crap. People do that shit all the time.
What's wrong with any of those things that you just mentioned?
Until you've been to so many weddings and so many events that have exactly the same menu every single time. Because that's what every caterer does. That pisses me off because no one can ever do something freaking different.
I didn't know that.
Oh my God, it's every time. I am very passionate. If I was to ever have an event, those items, maybe one of those might sneak on there. Not all of them. I don't give a shit. No.
Do you realize that I didn't say any of those foods at all?
It doesn't matter. Food became the main issue of this whole thing. I'm still sticking with the ideas going towards bad because the secret's already out. The other part of it is just your reason for trying to get me to move it up. Totally backfired.
I wasn't trying to.
You were the one who said there's no other reason for me to be at this party. And I said, and Ajax said, it's a party. There's going to be food. There's going to be beverages. And then you went down this rabbit hole.
Yes.
Of food that I have never had at a party.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. Well, and just there you go.
You're tainting your parties with my party. I don't want your party taint.
Good. Good. No party taint.
I know we're talking about genitals a lot this episode, but can we not talk about party taints?
No. We'll just stick to the party gooch or something. All
Bring
right.
out your party gooch.
Get out the party gooch.
It's
All
the
right.
gooch tickler. The gooch
Gooch
tickler. bag.
tickler. Get the party gooch tickler. The gender reveal gooch tickler. It's a boy.
Oh my God. The parents have to stand with their backs to the goocher,
The gooch.
and whoever the goocher gooches, that's the gender of, like, if the goocher gooches the party
parent,
taint
the
of the
mom.
mom, then it's a girl, and and the goocher party taints the dad, it's a boy.
All right.
And then
Nice.
what is it? Everyone
Good
behind
ideas,
them is chanting, tickle that gooch.
Yes.
Tickle that gooch.
Party that
Tickle
taint.
that gooch.
I go to that party.
Jeez, now we're talking. That
All
sounds
right.
like a great party. I want to see that party. Now that we've totally sidetracked, let's go on to your second idea. The psychic reveal. Of course, I'm putting that in the good ideas, especially if you get a medium to contact Cleo to then reveal who the gender is. But I mean, just based on your idea, still a good idea. It could have been in a better ideas pile. All right, Ajax, on to your third idea of revealing the gender, doing a gender reveal party after the birth. I'm going to put this in the ideas pile, mostly because, like you said, Kate makes a very good point. A lot of kids don't really have a good idea. But let's say you want to wait until the child really understands who and what they are and what gender they want to be. Usually that's probably around the teenage years. And all those damn kids are teenagers half the time, or a pain in the butt. So they don't always deserve having a party just to reveal whatever they want. They probably already revealed to their friends, put it on Insta, Facebook. They tweeted it out already. So you know what? Is it really a gender reveal anymore? I mean, you could just, what's the point? But there are some kids that really just want to share that and celebrate that once they realize that for themselves. So which is why it's not a bad idea. It's still an idea, but it's like a 50-50 shot whether the kid's like a pain in the ass teenager or actually like a good kid that just is figuring themselves out and made a conscious decision for themselves. And then the parents get their gooches tickled. And then on to your fourth idea of a laser light show. Of course, this goes in the good idea, especially if it's an outside laser light show where there's lasers going everywhere, shooting into pilots' eyes, into people's eyes on the ground. Hopefully it's the kind of laser that can like drill through metal. I don't even know. Those don't even exist. And I still want that to be the case.
What if it's like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids laser?
Oh, that's cool too. Because then the laser light show gets even bigger.
And
when you're
true.
getting smaller.
When you're an ant-sized person.
So then you could even get even more lasers. Again, great idea. Lots of lasers, lots of shooting, lots of airplanes getting blinded. I love it.
Thanks, Alex.
Hey, you're very welcome.
We should probably thank our listeners.
Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to today's episodes of Ideas All Day podcast.
Thank you, listeners. It's always a pleasure when you hear us, for us. We really appreciate your ears.
Nothing else, just your ears.
Thank you for listening. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Stitcher, Anchor, any other podcasting platform. If you can't find us on any other podcasting platform, please let us know. You can contact us at ideasallday.podcast@gmail.com. We have a Facebook page, we have a YouTube channel, and we also have an Instagram. So if you have any photos of your gender reveal party or any fan art of any of our previous ideas, or if you just want to share pics, that's fine. You can do so at Ideas All Day Podcast. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.